How the teams are stacked up on the leaderboards. In first place, it's the top dog, Immortals. Then, 3 games back, we've got Cloud9, CLG, Energy, and TSM all tied for second place. Liquid dropped to 6th with an even 4-4 record. Team Dignitas and Tip are sharing 7th, with Fox and Renegades in 9th. Here now, though, are our OP players for the week, starting in the top lane with Huni.
Huni, the top laner for Immortals, as everyone knows, had a great week. I don't think Immortals, anyone on their team, has had a bad week, really. But once again, yeah, Huni was on display, and Reignover also providing a lot of pressure for him. So
you put it that way.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
They really all have had fantastic weeks up till now, and of course in the jungle. So we're going to Reignover.
Reignover absolutely destroyed Dardoch. I think that was incredible play on his part. He had something like a 50 CS advantage at one point, and he continues to be absolutely crazy in the jungle.
Undisputed best jungler that we have in the entire league.
Right, and you had that point where we had that interview where he had a very good explanation as to his decision-making process. So really showcasing how clean he can play the games and how effectively he thinks about where he should be going. Our OP mid laner this week is going to go to Jensen. He had an impressive 24 KDA, only giving up 1 death and dominating in 2 games as Orianna. Definitely the aggression that they needed coming through from him this weekend. Then, AD Carry, his teammate, Sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, Jensen's been creating play after play after play, but Sneaky has been so good for this team for so long. He racked up a ridiculous amount of kills, and I don't think he died the entire weekend, able to do exactly his role as AD Carry.
Showing up where he's needed, when he's needed. Finally, our standout support. He's got to go to high.
Yeah, a lot of times people are saying he's just in there for his shot calling and support, but he made some really strong mechanical plays this week on Morgana.
The Binding Flash?
The Binding Flash, the game-changing on GBM, dodging the double bomb with his flash over the wall and securing a kill on the carry of Energy. And also good laning with Sneaky, so High really stepped up this week.
Yeah, not too shabby to say the least, but only one player can stand alone at the top of the podium, and this week, claiming the title for most valuable player is going to be Jensen. Now, Jensen's shockwaves were critical to securing a 2-0 week and pulling C9 into a large share of second place.
Yeah, I mean, his Orianna play this weekend was so ridiculously good. Over and over, just creating plays for his team. A huge advantage over his lane opponent both times. That being said, I mean, obviously Reignover also was
I feel bad
definitely
for Reignover.
a contender.
This is 2 weeks in a row where we've given MVP to another guy by a hair. Like Reignover's been in contention 2 weeks in a row for MVP.
To be fair,
ultimately, you can't take it away from Jensen because
That's true.
like Reignover, he didn't do anything wrong, but he just didn't carry as hard.
I mean, he carried really hard.
But
yeah,
Jensen just
I feel like he's gonna get one.
Everyone's like, he's gotten OP 3 out of 4 weeks. It's not like this guy's not getting credit. Reignover played fantastically, but yes,
Reignover.
really when it comes to Jensen, the idea here is that he is a person who needed to step up for Cloud9 to take that next step as a team right now. And his aggression, his ability to be an initiator, and also pull out Orianna, a champion that nobody else has really given a ton of thought to, and perform as well as he did, plus his matchups this week up against GBM, who at the beginning of the day was the highest damage per minute from mid laners, and he 100 CS up. We talked about it, the Flame Horizon. I mean, he definitely showed up as well. So when you talk about value to team, it's got to go to Jensen.
Yeah, he did. He pulled Cloud9 out of their funk where they were going 1-1 every week, and they finally got their clean week of 2-0. So.
All right, they got their clean week. Well, we're back with a little bit of more League of Legends in just a few days. On Wednesday, PTL is back and taking over your streams and client with all the insightful insight you've come to expect, and topped with a dash of childish delight just for good measure. So gather the whole family around the warm glow of your computer monitor Wednesday at 5 p.m. PST. Then stay tuned for Week 3 of the Challenger Series with Dream Team taking on Apex. Then on Thursday, we start Week 5 of the European LCS with their match of the week, Unicorns of Love taking on H2K in Game 1. Then Origin will take on Splice right before G2 Esports goes up against Team Vitality. Those games will start at 6 p.m. Central European, 9 a.m. Pacific. And of course, myself and the rest of the gang will be back next weekend to bring you the North American LCS. The show kicks off at noon with Echo Fox versus Renegades. Then Team Impulse will square off against TSM before Dignitas has their shot at toppling Immortals. Those games come after our match of the week, where Energy takes on Counterlogic Gaming in a battle for second place. Now, interestingly enough, that first game of the day against Renegades and Echo Fox is going to be a very important one for the teams at the bottom of the table. And then when you look at that game of the week, we've got teams at the top end of the table really trying to look to separate themselves at the top of the pack.
Yeah, which team is going to be making a different move? Will Echo Fox have more of their full roster next year? That's going to be a big thing. Also, with Renegades, that'll be their second game with players who look pretty good today. So,
yeah, I mean, he got a really good start on that Rise. They were very close.
Yep, 3 early kills. We'll see if they can transition that into a victory next time. Needless to say, plenty of matches to look forward to. That's going to do it for us. So for myself and the entire live broadcast crew, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.